Good morning, campers, and happy Sunday. I want to chat to you today about cleansing and decluttering. We are in this important energetic moment between cycles, between two very important years. Timeline split is going to be happening in 2026 as we enter the year of fire horse. I've done a lot of videos about this. I've been talking about this on my stories as well. I have a whole playlist that I've dedicated to this topic on my YouTube, so you can check that out. Today I want to talk about something that we sometimes forget to do. Right? So oftentimes in the midst of when we are sitting in those energies and having those conversations about, oh my God, we're closing cycles, we have to shed, we have to release, we have to remove patterns, karmic contracts, people from our life that are no longer serving, right? We're so focused on that spiritual aspect, on that deeper aspect of change and transformation, which is very important and beautiful, that we oftentimes forget about the little things that we need to cleanse, declutter, and get rid of from our life. And those are the things that we're going to be talking about today. Make sure you don't forget to go through all these things before the new year, so before February 17th, as you are completing your raw, deep work on removing patterns, and removing things and people and situations that are not serving, simply because everything in our life, and I love highlighting this to you guys, everything carries an energetic imprint. Whatever is it that you allow from the smallest, littlest things in your life, okay, influences your energy body. Everything that we're not removing, we're choosing to have in our life. So let's talk about things that I will encourage you to, I'm sorry for shaking, encourage you to remove and really think about and review and declutter. So number one thing that I think it has a huge impact these days and people often forget about is your social media. So go through your social media, whatever is it that you use. Is it Instagram? Is it TikTok? I do it periodically, not just ever so, like once a year, but I do it every couple of months and remove accounts that no longer resonate, okay? Remove accounts that no longer resonate. It's really important as we grow, as we expand. Sometimes even some beautiful accounts, certain spiritual teachers, certain accounts that share motivational quotes. For whatever reason, because you grew, you expanded towards a different direction, it will no longer resonate. So especially if you're one of those people who follow like over 1,000 accounts, it's definitely unnecessary. It's definitely clutter, okay? So if you feel like a little too lazy to sit down and remove whatever no longer resonates, my recommendation would be, hold on. Sorry, I needed to change position. So my recommendation would be to, it's an easier way to do. You can go to your social media, and as you enter your feed, most social media platforms, TikTok, Instagram, have that option of view not what is recommended, but what you actually follow. And as you scroll, really think about, does this resonate? No, and follow. Does this resonate? No, and follow. And especially, you guys, it doesn't just go to accounts of people, motivators, spiritual teachers, or whatever is it that you follow. You may have some hobbies, right? But people, God forbid, you have some exes or some people that you haven't spoke to for like years. Why on earth would you have them there to see your life? Whatever is no longer something that you see as a part of your dharma, as a part of your northern star, remove that. Remove that, okay, immediately. Once you're done with your social media, go to your phone, and there's going to be two things that we often forget to cleanse and declutter when we talk about our phone. One will be your contacts, numbers. Sometimes it can be messages as well. So if you still have messages from someone, old job, or someone you dated and no longer is present in your life, or you have phone numbers of these people, and it's a beautiful practice, because as you go through it, you really start to think, do I want to remove this person from my life? If it's a no, that's for a reason. Think about that reason. And if it's someone that no longer resonates, just remove them. Why would you have their number? Why would you have a number of your old boss, of your old girlfriend, of someone who used to like you? Why would you have these old messages if it doesn't matter to you anymore? If it's not relevant, again, if it's not part of your highest path leading towards that northern star, and oh my God, garbage, okay? And when we talk about photos, we also talk about photos in the physical. So whether it's photos on your phone or it's photos around the house that you maybe have in some albums or just laying around in some boxes or some drawers, make sure that there are no photos from ex-relationships, ex-partners. Obviously, sometimes it happens that, you know, you had a beautiful relationship with someone, a baby daddy or your baby mama, or a soulmate that you just drifted apart. Sometimes it happens that we have people that are no longer present in our life because they're moved to the spirit realm. Obviously, I'm not saying that you should remove these photos. You can keep those memories with you, but we're talking here about, you guys know what we're talking about, friends that no longer resonate, friends that are no longer in your life, photos of past versions of you that you don't want to look at. And more than anything, you know, some people tend to hold on to photos, messages, and things related to their karmic exes, which is a complete no-no. Once you're done with your phone, with your photos, you're going to move to unpaid bills and subscriptions. It's something that we need to update as well. So if you have something laying around your house, obviously clutter in your house is not good. We're going to talk about this in a moment as we'll talk about house cleanse, but make sure that all the pending bills that you know that you have to pay are paid with gratitude. Remember, when we're paying things, we're not coming from a place of I'm losing it. We're coming from a place energy is flowing. Whatever I'm paying for, I'm gaining it. It's just an exchange. It's something that is a very important mindset to build abundance in your life. But as well, subscriptions. So we tend to subscribe for things, whether that's streaming platforms, sometimes some sort of online platforms for hobbies. So whether that's yoga or subscriptions for gyms, for some sort of a classes, whatever is it that is being taken away from your bank account on a monthly basis without you knowing, I mean, without you, obviously you consented, but automatically, but it no longer resonates. You no longer go to that yoga class. You no longer go to that gym. You no longer watch that platform. Remove, close, unsubscribe. And the final thing will be your house. Very important things, starting from closets. Closets, our clothes hold a lot of energy. We've talked about this on my stories a couple of days back, how important it is, underestimated importance of our clothes and our wardrobe. We express ourselves through our style. Our clothes carry our energy. The colors that we use are incredibly important. So if you still have any clothes, first of all, your closet needs to be organized and it needs to be neat. But also make sure that there are no clothes that you're no longer wearing, you're no longer using, you no longer can fit into too big or too small, or clothes that simply remind you of a past version of you. So maybe in the past, you would go clubbing and you would party, and now you've healed and you understand that these places are very low vibrational. No judgment here. But you no longer need that tiny sequin skirt or whatever it is. Get rid of it. Maybe some clothes that you really remind you of, again, your past life, in the sense of life that you're no longer living, past lifestyle, your past partner, your exes, because it's something that you wore on your first date, whatever that is. If you no longer want this person in your life, if there's no returns, remove that clothes, donate it, sell it, whatever is it that you need to do, but get And as you're done with your closet, you're going to move to the rest of your house. So go through your cabinets, make sure that if there are things that you didn't even remember that they were there, that you never use. Obviously, we have some things that we use every now and then. We don't necessarily bake cakes every day. It doesn't mean that you have to, throw away your mixer. Sometimes we have some seasonal things like decoration and so on and so forth. But you would know what I mean. If there are things that you have not used for years, things that no longer resonate with your current lifestyle, things that are just clutter, give them another life. These objects hold energy as well. Donate them, sell them, throw them away, whatever is it that you need to do, things that you're not using. And as you're doing that, make sure, as per spiritual practices, as per feng shui practices, make sure that your house is organized, is neat, doesn't hold any old energy. There are no places that are dark, forgotten, covered in dust. We want our home to be alive, to function as one organism. Think about it that way. Look at your house as at your apartment, wherever you live, as if it was a body of an organism. We want to remember about everything. Just like when we talk about caring for yourself, we have to take care of our health, what we eat. We have to take care of all our organs. We have to do exercise. We have to take care of our skin. We have to take care of our appearance. This is truly the love that we give to ourselves, of our mind, our heart, our soul, our spirit, right? Holistically. So look at your apartment in the same way. Obviously, you're going to have cabinets that store things that you use periodically. Some suitcases, some, again, holiday decoration, but make sure it's organized, make sure it's cleansed, make sure your house is ventilated, it's well lit. Again, there are no places that are dark, covered in dust, forgotten, bills flying around, documents flying around. Make sure everything is organized, make sure you know what you have in every cabinet. You're connected to the energy of every room, of every place. Decluttered, again. No old photos, no photos of your exes, no photos of the past lifestyles, anything that links you to whatever you're letting go, whatever you're forgetting. Make sure that you get rid of it. Why? Why would it just stand there for years if you will never reach for it, whatever that is? So again, look at your phone, look at your social media, look at your house, look at your closet, look at your wardrobe, look at everything in your life and ask yourself a question. Does this resonate with where I'm going? Does this resonate with my Dharma? Does this resonate with my Northern Star? Do I want this in my future, perfect, amazing dream life? If the answer is no, garbage.